I love to race and I love to ride. I'm still fairly young, but if I wait another 3-4 years, then racing professionally would be kind of out of the question. So yeah, I love to race and I'm ready to do it again. Just, sometimes you just need a break. It's a tough sport. I like to tell people it's the hardest way to make an easy living. I don't want to look at it as I have anything at all to prove, or that I have a chip on my shoulder from anybody because I wasn't able to continue with KTM. And I'm happy with where I'm at and what I'm getting ready to do. Obviously, Crew's moving up. He's on a 65 now and racing, and Sunday morning just got a little bit more hectic. Obviously, he's still a kid and still developing, and I want to be able to teach him by showing him. I'm not super hard on him. I just want him to try his hardest when he's on the track or doing anything that he's doing in general. If you're gonna do something, do it to your best, the best of your ability. I see him ride all the time, so I know when he's actually trying, when he's not trying. And this year, he just rode around, so he feels like I'm getting onto him when I say something. I just want to see him try hard, and I don't care about the result. I know if he races hard, the results will come, but if you're not out there racing, the results aren't going to come at all, and that's what happened this year. So I'm hoping that he can watch me and get that sense of, okay, if I just try hard, this might happen. It doesn't matter what you do in life. If you're not trying hard, you're just going to be in and out. It's not going to work out. It's something that I wasn't able to experience with my dad because he was pretty much done racing when I was about 5, I would say. So I only ever got to see my dad really ride a few times. I've got a few vague memories of it'll be cool for him to be able to remember all this kind of unfolding at his age. It was a lot of stress and pressure, and that kind of situation leads you to make irrational decisions sometimes. Not to say it was the wrong decision. I had a great career, and at the time I was more scared of losing than I had the desire to keep winning. The thought of what would happen if I lost kind of made my decision for me, if that makes sense. I've been away from the sport for 4 years now, and I really haven't ridden a whole lot in those 4 years. After 2021, I took 9 months off and didn't even touch a bike after 2021. But then I did 6 days in 22 and felt pretty good and pretty strong, and I did well for, I had less time on a bike to go back to 6 days than I currently do. Yeah, it's just a slow process, and I'm having fun with it again. I'm enjoying riding. The fun is coming back, which I don't think it ever left. I got deterred from it in a sense. So I've got a 5-year deal in total with Yamaha, 2 years guaranteed of racing with a third option, the other 3 or 2 to be a brand ambassador for the brand and kind of keep Ranch Russell separate. So there's a whole lot of avenues that I can kind of go down in the future. I love competing, and I think that's what I miss the most, just dueling it out with somebody, just going till the bitter end, and I've missed the suffer, I guess. The switch to Yamaha, it wasn't like it was planned by any means. My contract with Ranch Russell was up, and like I said, I had that itch to maybe do something different and come back to riding, and I knew that there wasn't a spot for me with KTM any longer. Their roster is full with Ben and Johnny. Their succession plan is Gus and Grant. They offered to keep racing, but they also wanted me to keep training the guys too, and that's not what I wanted. Like, if I come back to race, it's not going to be to go ride around, and because that's what it would turn into. It would be a half-assed effort, and I wasn't interested in that. I was interested in coming back full-time, and there's just not a spot there, really. I get it. It's not like I was bitter or jaded by that fact. I understand. I think I probably could have gone elsewhere as well. Going somewhere besides KTM, I'm going to have to ride a 450, and I feel like the Yamaha with the reverse engine and the way the bike feels with that inertia is the best suit for me to ride a 450 in the woods. So I didn't really go shopping. I went to them and said, hey, this is what I kind of would like to see and what I want, and it was fairly simple. My expectations are to come back and try to win. I mean, I can't sit here and say that's going to happen. I don't feel like the level has changed, except for there's more people kind of going that speed now. I feel like that's what's changed. I think everybody has an ego, and I feel like a lot of people mistake my confidence as egotistical sometimes, but you know, when you have my sort of mindset and win at all costs and do whatever it takes to win, I'm confident I can be back in the realm. The racing rust is going to be real for sure. I believe that, but I don't think it's out of the question. Let me put it like this: I wouldn't be coming back if I didn't think it was a possibility to win. If I didn't think it was a possibility, I would keep my cushy job with KTM and, you know, say I've done enough. Coming back, it's going to be hard, but it's a challenge, and I like the challenge. Fucking straight up just bounced over it.
Corners. These may be Kailub Russell's last laps around. I just got chills there, Rodney.
Yeah.
Last laps around the Russell family farm. His grandfather, Howard Russell, has owned this place. His father, Jeff, has raced here. Kailub has raced here. Yesterday, Crew Russell, his 5-year-old son, raced here for the first time. And Kailub Russell looking to take his final checkered flag here at the John Penton GNCC.
Rounding the final turns here at the Wiseco John Penton GNCC, Kailub Russell caps off win number 66 in his career, heading toward championship number 8 here in the 2020 season. As Johnny Gallagher pointed out, the last laps turned as an XC1 Pro Class rider here at the John Penton GNCC, and heck, it may be the last laps ever turned by Kailub. I don't know what his plans are for the future. He may come back in a few years, race some age classes, maybe not, who knows. But yeah, just like you said, I mean, that was a historic checker flag that just flew right there, and the goosebumps that you got, rightfully so, man, because that was huge. That was monumental.